What is up, Flockers? That is my fellow Lockers and aspiring Lockers. In today's video, I'm going to be taking these Medusa braids out so that we can finally see the results of my braid out on my DIY 20-month Braidlocs. So stick around. Alright, so my process is pretty simple. I went ahead and filmed it, thought I was going to do a voiceover, but then I was like, why do a voiceover when I can just explain? So pretty much what I did this time was I went ahead and gave myself a little side part, because that's the way that I've been wearing it for the past week or so, and just decided to do the braid out with the side part, like I said, instead of a middle part. And then I went in with my continuous spray water bottle, and saturated my hair so that it would be wet, so that it would be damp. I don't like to get my hair completely wet to the point where it's dripping, but I do like it to be damp enough so that it will hold the braids, because I'm not really putting a lot of product in. I don't put any type of hold product in my hair. I let my hair just hold as long as it wants to and naturally fall. But the one thing that I did go in with is I went in with some moisturizer from Locs. I love it because it smells amazing and it really helps to moisturize my locks. And they do not sponsor me, but I like to put y'all on to stuff that I like, so I'm going to keep singing their praises because it is a really good product. But I just go in and I smooth that through my hair while it's damp before I start the braiding process, like I said, just so that there will be moisture in my hair after it's said and done. I'm not a big fan of just spraying my hair with water and leaving it, because I truly believe that for my hair specifically, with me being extra low porosity, if I just spray water on there, that water is going to evaporate, and what ends up happening for me is that it causes my locks to end up being drier than they were before I sprayed them. So for me, it's imperative that I follow up any type of spraying my hair with some type of oil or moisturizer if I want my locks to be soft and to be pliable the way that I like them. Alright, and then I just go through, and I'm not really big on perfection when it comes to my locks. I don't care if one braid has 6 locks in it and another braid has 8 locks in it. Like, for me, it's just about getting the job done. I don't spend a lot of time trying to make sure, I don't spend any time actually parting and making sure that my sections are straight. Like I said, I don't make sure that they're the same size. I don't have super thick frumpy ones in comparison to having really small ones, but I do have different sizes, and I think that's okay. It helps to add volume, it helps to add a different look, so everything's not perfectly uniform, but it just gives it a natural look. And then I go through and I braid it up. It's pretty simple. As your hair gets longer, you don't need to use rubber bands to hold your hair in, and honestly, I didn't need to use rubber bands. I could have just braided to the end, but what I find is when I braid down to the very end, I personally have a very hard time getting my locks out, getting the braids out. So I try to not spend a bunch of time having to take them out, and so I don't braid them all the way to the bottom as much as possible. I didn't put any oil on my hands or anything like that to take it out. My hair holds pretty well, like I said, with just the water and letting it dry overnight. I did sleep with my bonnet on and let it dry overnight, so I'm not too worried about it, not staying or falling or anything like that. So these crinkles would probably last me a week for sure, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks if I didn't wash, but I typically wash my hair weekly, so they're only going to be here for a week. Alright, and like I said, I don't braid all the way down to the end simply because it would take me 5 minutes on this camera just to get the bottom undone if I were to have braided all the way down to the bottom. And again, also, like I said, not about perfection, so I'm also not going to sit here and slowly, gently take it apart where I'm not trying to mess up anything. I'm okay if I mess up the crinkle just a little bit. Alright. So there's our first braid taken out, and I'm just going to continue this process. We are halfway done taking these dookie braids out, and these are the results that we have so far. So, like I said, I'm not being careful at all when I'm taking them out, and still getting great results, and I'm happy with it. So, let's continue. Alright, we are all done. I got a kink in my neck, my arms are tired and sore. It's really not for the faint of heart. Anyways, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up so that I know what type of content you're enjoying, and also hit the subscribe button so that you can join the flock and also know when other type of content like this comes up. And before you go anywhere, make sure to stick around for a little bit longer and check out some of the other videos that have popped up on the screen. I'll see you there.